What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Scoop. Welcome to Scoop Reptiles. Today, we're going over to my boy Xavier's house. We're going to tour his tanks. Let's get into it. All right. Today, we're at my homeboy Xavier's, and I'm going to show you all his fish tanks.
What's going on, peeps?
A good friend of mine, and trade fish, and just growing the hobby and whatnot. And I finally was like, "Yo, bro, can I come over and tour the tanks, show everybody your tanks?" He said, "Yeah." So let's see him, bro.
So this is a 180 that I got donated to me with the same guy that I got him from. It pretty much started off small and came to what it is. I've only been in this aquarium scene for maybe 8 months now. So it's something that kicked.
Bro's just gonna go over his stock list. So stock list for the 180.
So stock list for the 180, from yours truly, I got my beautiful arowana. She's one of my favorite fish in the tank. And then underneath her, I have a Kong hybrid with a flower horn of some sort. Then I have the two Midases, I believe, or Red Devils. I don't really know the proper terminology for them, but there's them two as a pair. I have a Texas or Carpentis, whatever you'd like to call them yourself. I've had him since he was about maybe 2 inches, and I'd say he's a good 7, 8 now. Um, Underneath the King Kong over there, I have a barb. He was just kind of a fish I got to start a tank, and he came with a brother, but I think my arowana ate him. I have the two Oscars. That's Betsy right there. She's my OG fish. She's what started the aquarium stuff for me. Yeah, she's definitely a big girl. And then I have her paired mate. He was a donation to me with the tank, also probably the size of her. Um, he when I first got him, he was in a tank that was green. He really wasn't doing very well. Wouldn't swim, kind of sank at the bottom and just looked at everyone. And now he's flourishing. I got a wild caught carpentis right there in the camera. Still growing out, but very, very well.
Oh, nice, bro. I didn't even notice it.
That the only difference that I love about that one from the captive one is they have purple eyes. So if you can get the eye on them, it's actually purple. They're not blue, green, or red. They're purple.
Oh yeah.
And then next to them, I have the two blood mouse, which might be a pair. I'm not sure. Never really sexed them, but one is really red and one's sort of red.
Yeah, this one's bright. So bright. Super bright. What about these ones, bro?
So those are my true parrots. Those are the smaller one here, and that one over there are my two of the batch that are my OGs that started the aquarium for me. There's four of them in there total. There's two smaller ones, and then there's the bigger ones, one, two, and then there's one also back there by the filter.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Here he comes to show himself. I don't know if you know this about true parrots, but if you look at this one and then go over here to that one, same exact fish, but they look totally different. Those fish will change colors as you watch them, believe it or not.
Wow. So given the name parrot.
Parrot, yeah. So they will literally like flash colors. And I didn't know that until somebody pointed it out to me one day. And I actually sat here and watched them. So if you see these stripes that this one's displaying, it is a defense mechanism. If you look over here to that one,
All right, y'all. So we cut off Bro's gonna show y'all the last 3 fish in this tank, and then we're gonna move on to the tank that we were just talking about.
So in this tank, the last couple of fish I got is right there is my pike cichlid. I've had him from about 3 inches to that now. He's one of the most predatory fish in my tank, as you see. I love to watch him. He makes the tank fun. Feeding him is also fun. I feed live feed once a week, and he chases everything around like he's a bullet because he's pretty much shaped like one. And then in the back corner behind the filter, I don't know if you're going to be able to get him, but there's about a 23-inch fire eel that lives among the rest of them. He kind of just picks his corners and moseys around. He does actually pretty well, even though people say he wouldn't survive with the cichlids. He's lived with them for a while. There's also an L200 pleco that's like 4 inches. I'm not gonna try to find him because good luck. And
so, how big is this tank just to start out?
So this tank's a 75,
Okay.
75 gallon.
And then I see you got some planted, some live plants in there, but man, tell me about the fish, bro. This is one of everybody's favorite fish, man.
So I can't really pronounce the proper name. I call it Batiti. It's like Vitara or something like that, tigerfish. This is my second one I've had. The first one I had, we moved and he got stressed out and tried to jump out of the top of the tank. He was about 18 inches. This guy I got, what would you say? Probably how many months ago? 2 months ago? I got him about 2 months ago, and he's grown probably a full inch since then, maybe 2, and got real girthy since then. I got him to start eating. Let me find it. Doo doo. I got him to start eating Vibra bites. They help with growth and things like that for carnivorous cichlids. Watch, I'll give him a little bit, and he'll start to.
A pelly trained tiger fish, that's badass. Now you know you spend a lot of time with your fish. You get a predator like this. That is badass, bro. It reminds me, they kind of move like golden Dorados.
Yeah.
I miss my Dorado.
They're very fast moving fish. That's one of my favorite things about them is they're not scared. If they're going in for something, they're taking it, and that's one of my favorite things about them. So yeah, I definitely feeding pellets was on my list because yeah, live feeders are a lot, but you get a lot of beneficial stuff from pellets also. So I back and forth with all my predatory fish.
The other fish in here doesn't eat pellets, does it?
Not very much. I'm gonna have to reach in here and move this around for you to see him because he lives in the tree. There he goes. And now he went to his other hiding spot.
There we go. Got a good shot of him.
So that's my wolffish.
That's nice.
I'm growing them both out together. So the long run plan is to get them in this tank alone with maybe 2 other fish and have maybe 4 total in a 180 and just have him full grown with the wolffish also full grown.
I love the 180's footprint because it's so deep. Bro. You can't really tell how deep that tank is.
Yeah, to give you kind of a comparison, I have a 3-foot width. I mean, yeah. Here's the net. The net's probably 20, 24, 25, maybe 28 inches with the mic.
Yeah.
So
it's a big tank, y'all. Y'all know how videos are. They're a little hard to see how big they are, but let's move on to your native tank, or your hospital throw out tank.
Okay, so yeah, this is kind of a tank that I wanted because I'm native to Colorado and we have a lot of beautiful fish out here. Of course, there's some fish that I can't keep in a tank, like a pike or things like that. But what I can, I have a local fisher buddy that pulls all of these out of lakes and brings them to me. So I have a bluegill right there. I have 2 green Green. I forget what they're called.
Sunfish.
Green sunfish. Yeah, there you go. I have a crappie back there that's not very camera happy. Again, all of these fish are wild caught, so they're not used to seeing people through a glass. The biggest one in there is my largemouth bass.
There you go. They're all healthy looking though, bro. You wouldn't be able to tell that they're wild caught. Some wild caught fish that come in, their stomach is all sunken in and they're all gimpy looking, but these guys are settling in good, bro.
Yeah, they're definitely settling in. I could kind of do the same thing for you. The only one I got eating pellets right now is the bluegill, which is also the most social fish out of all of them, surprisingly. Like you said before, you would almost think I bought this fish out of an aquarium, like a store somewhere. So I'm working on this with the rest of them. As you see when you kind of walk up, the sunfish is kind of high. The bass is just a bully. I haven't really seen him eat any pellets. He might eat one of those on the sad part of it, but like I said, there's enough food in there. I get them for free. They're out here local, and I mean you can't beat a better life than this. You live in a tank that you get fed in with no predators and beautiful water all the time. Again, it's not their forever tank. That's kind of my hospital because they are wild caught, so they get treatment once a week for whatever they may come with from being wild.
All right. I think we'll end the video with like a little feeding for shrimp. I want to see the arowana eat again. Haven't seen her eat in a while, so I guess we'll go into that and wrap this video up.